We the loudmouths. Don't care what you think. Spitting truth. We on the break. Nation divided, chaos ignited. Stand tall, even when we're chided. Loudmouths, real patriots, come at us wrong. We're not hypocrites. That's right. We're the loudmouths, and we're coming at you live. Yeah. Grab your popcorn, cause it's about to get wild. Loudmouthing. 3, 2, 1. Let's light it up.
What is up, everybody? It's your boy, the Liberal Loudmouth, and we're here in a different platform today. We're streaming only to... Oh, hold on. Let me mute myself. Holy shit. Okay, I had my my live stream going, so at least I know that we're live and that you guys can hear me, so that's awesome. Anyway, we're streaming to YouTube here only. I got a 7-day ban on TikTok, so fuck TikTok. We're just going to do it this way. And we've got a panel for you today. We're just going to recreate what TikTok has right here on the boob tube. Let me bring in a couple of guests that have been waiting for a minute. We'll just do it that way.
Tap on to join.
What's up? Oh, Paula's live.
Oh.
Yep. Hello, Paula. I'll go ahead and I can remove you if you need.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. I'm just telling people on the live what's going on. There's not very many people, but
hey, this may be a train wreck, but we're gonna get it figured out, guys. So don't let this fool you. This is the first go at this. So we actually have another guest that wants to come up. Hi, Bray. What's up?
Oh, there you are. Hi, Bray.
Welcome.
I made
aboard.
All right.
Awesome. So today, here, I'm gonna go ahead and mute Paula. I'm gonna mute Paula since she's on her live also helping bring people in. Anyway, today, did you guys hear about that murder on that train? And what's cool about this is we can actually say murder and shit like that.
Yeah, we can.
Without getting dinged. Fucking like TikTok, man.
I mean, so just rape. Oh, it's so refreshing.
I know, right? Yeah. No, or kill even one of the words. No, did you guys see that video of that stabbing?
No.
That shit was crazy. I can't really show it here. It was in Charlotte, North Carolina, I believe.
That's where I live.
Yeah, it was on a fucking train. I mean, this black dude, he's sitting behind this chick, and I can't show it on here because they will ding me for that. But he's sitting behind her, just kind of, out of it or whatever, stands up and he stabs her in the heart, I assume. Because, I mean, within seconds, she was out. She was like, she had her hand over her face like this. She didn't even know. She didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then she just fell over. Blood, was going everywhere afterwards. It's fucking crazy.
The guy had a long rap sheet.
Yep. Yeah. In history of mental illness. And of course, Donald Trump has latched onto this as, oh my God, these Democrats are soft on crime.
Yeah. Ironically, she was a Ukrainian refugee.
Right. Which that's funny because the term that I used earlier this morning was ironic. That they hate immigrants and want to get rid of them. And she was a refugee. And how crazy is that? She survives a fucking war.
Right. I know.
Only to then be, Beach, can you come back? I saw you, Beach. Give me just a second. I'll pull you in. But I saw Beach. And then he disappeared.
You gorgeous young woman. There are a lot of Ukrainian refugees in Charlotte that I've met. And they're really, really nice people.
I wonder if that's like typical for them. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, why would they all settle in South Carolina? Or is that just,
I think
how that works?
From what I've talked to, a lot of it was on purpose. Because the housing was pretty plentiful and it was an easy place to get to. So there's a there's a pretty big Ukrainian community here now.
Interesting. Real quick, Paula, if you can hear me, can you tell Beach to come back? I saw him and I was about to pull him in, and then he disappeared on me. I'd love to have him on the show, and I don't know what happened to Highbray either, but no, thank you for letting people know. There we go. There's Highbray. Yeah, that shit is wild, and to that I was in the stream with audio only. Oh, that's cool. So it doesn't even take up a space for you. Can you talk? Go ahead and talk, Highbray. I want to see if that works.
Yeah, I should be able to. It says my mic's working.
Okay.
So that's cool that you can come in with audio. You don't take a space on the panel, and then yeah, that's neat.
Now, can you bring me up to the panel?
I can't. It says on the panel with audio only. So the only way to do that is for you to and I don't know how that would work. But that's kind of cool, right? Oh, device is not connected. Either way, yeah, it's pretty sad that he's politicizing this and saying that Democrats are soft on crime when, how do you keep that from happening? Somebody that's going to do that.
They latch onto so much anecdotal stuff.
Yeah.
It's anecdotal. It's going to happen no matter who's matter who's president. This is what happens in a free society. And,
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
It's not anybody's fault. The guy was mentally ill. Unfortunately, a young woman lost her life, but he probably doesn't even know who the president is. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Matter of fact, I'm going to test this out real quick. Share. There we go. Let me see if I can. Do you guys see that? Add to stage. There we go. Oh, cool. Now tell me, can you see me scrolling here? Can you see me scrolling?
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so that's neat. Trump blames Democrats for Charlotte stabbing. Records complicate the story. So this guy had been, had I guess at one point the police had showed up and he had kept calling 911. So they end up putting him in jail for abusing 911. But that, who goes to jail for that? So his stint was very short, and they're claiming that as, one of the reasons why Democrats are soft on crime. But it just makes no sense.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's, if he's really serious about this, why isn't he in Memphis, which has the highest crime rate in the country?
Right. And these are just things, like you said earlier, it happens. How do you avoid that?
Right. It's horrible. And we could get into a whole debate about gun regulation, but that's a wormhole. That's a rabbit hole we probably don't want.
And he stabbed her though. So and it was a little bitty knife.
Yeah, and the Second Amendment guys will jump all over that too. Well, he stabbed her. Well, knives don't stab themselves.
Yeah, the problem I see here, and this is an issue with Republican ideology, they don't want anybody to have decent health care. Because they consistently, over and over again, they will vote against, health care for everybody, including mental health. Like Donald Trump, for example, he unalived and here I am saying unalived, he killed the suicide hotline. Right, for LGBTQ people, and then they turn around and they're like, oh my God, look, a trans person shot people. Like, if you want to blame somebody, you can blame yourself, or but at the end of the day, it's not even their fault either.
Right.
But they'll never admit that. They're just, I don't know. Does this seem weird after being on TikTok for so long? Does this seem weird?
A little. It's obviously there's like 5 of us, so
right. But it may grow if people realize that
it will. I'd frankly get tired of tiptoeing around on TikTok.
Right.
It's just because you
never
going to get the rug pulled on you.
Schmurder. Never have to say that again until we go back to TikTok. Paula, are you there? You're muted. Oh, hi, Bray. Why are you up here twice?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just doing stuff.
Yeah, some other.
Can you
I'm
hear
seeing
me?
some other people in the chat that are.
Yeah, I can hear you
on TikTok that are finding it.
Nice. The
Sharing
background
things.
is the same. Yeah, this is, I'm streaming this through OBS. It's, generally the same, but the layout's a little different. But I kind of like the dynamic, how it'll change the stuff. Of course, I can bring.
It'll give you a lot more capability to share too.
Yeah, because you guys are streaming on Twitter right now too.
Oh, I guess I am in the panel.
Or as I call it, the shitter. Yes, you are on the panel. I brought you in. Welcome in, Chris. What are your thoughts?
On the pending World War III.
Oh, you want to talk about World War III? I was talking about that murder in Charlotte that they're now, oh my God, Democrats are terrible. Look, somebody got murdered.
Fill me in. I wasn't aware of it.
Yeah, so this dude is sitting on this train. This Ukrainian refugee was sitting in front of him, and he just gets up out of nowhere and just stabs her like 2 or 3 times. I guess nicked her heart or something, and within, less than 30 seconds, she was out. She was gone.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah, it was a Ukrainian model or something.
Yeah, and then of course, Donald Trump latches onto that. Oh my God, Democrats are too easy on crime. And it's like, you guys aren't hard enough on mental health, because what do? Do we imprison everybody that has a mental health crisis? I don't think that's the answer.
Mm-mm.
What do you guys feel about solutions here? What is the solution? How do you minimize that?
A lot of social work. It's just hard to find, because mentally ill people avoid people. And I don't know. I don't have an answer. Once again, it seems anecdotal, but I know that we, as a nation, we're going through a kind of a mental health crisis since COVID. So,
and real quick, and this is totally unrelated, are we about to see Paula's face for the first time ever in U.S. history?
No. I was wondering that myself.
Oh, I see her hair.
I'm sitting here watching. I'm like, she's gonna accidentally do it.
She's got long hair.
She's gonna accidentally do it.
I've seen her dogs.
Yeah.
The enigma that is Paula. And welcome in, Beach.
You figured it out.
Did you do what?
I said Beach figured it out.
Yes. Yeah, well, he was in here earlier and then he disappeared on me. Anyway, Beach, what are your thoughts? Like, what are the solutions we could look at here?
I think Paula actually does have a face.
You may be right, sir.
I do. I just woke up and just went on live. I don't wake up looking like you guys. I got to do something.
I didn't do anything. I'm just naturally this ugly.
You're just naturally beautiful.
Maybe I should be in audio only because I have a radio face.
McTish, like, what's your background there? He's got a great background.
That's actually, I took this picture on one of my morning walks in Indian Trail, North Carolina.
Nice.
This is a farm down the road where I walk sometimes, and there was kind of some mist, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful every morning. It's down into it's a road that leads down into a farm.
You guys still hear me?
I can hear you.
Did she put a Band-Aid over her camera?
She put a Band-Aid over her camera. Just tape some toilet paper on there. Chris.
It's a little slider thing.
I actually haven't seen Chris on the panel in a while. Chris feels like I was not letting him up, but I don't remember you ever requesting.
You just don't like us old guys.
Look at this panel and tell me I don't like old guys.
Yeah, really. We're the only ones that have. We're the only ones that have.
Wow. And I
Well,
thought
I'm
about that before I
75.
said it.
Well, I'm 75. Anybody older than me?
Nope.
Yesterday,
No.
I think Paul was complaining about too much testosterone on her panel.
Oh yeah. Well, that was getting kind of ridiculous for a little bit.
Well,
Like the pissing contests are. I don't know. Is that not annoying? I'm a guy, and I find that to be annoying when
I can't
I
hear
watch
anybody.
other guys. You can't hear us.
we can
We
hear
can
you.
hear you. We can hear you. I don't know sign language. Somebody sign it to her. Who do we have some random dog that is in the green room. I don't know what that's about.
That's my dog.
Is that okay? So you added that
Yeah, I
dog
was
to your
just
stage.
messing around in the settings down here.
That's funny.
You can share
No,
stuff
nobody can hear me.
down below, and I guess it goes into the green room.
Yeah, it did. I'll go ahead and kick it. I'm kicking
Yeah.
your dog. I just kicked his dog, y'all. Oh,
Oh,
I
you
think
meanie.
wait. I think that by doing that, it kicked him.
Looks like it.
Oh, I see what that was. Okay, well, come back, Tish. I think when Tish did that, it gave it to me as an option to pull in, like, so you can share your screen with me and I can pull your stuff in also. I think that's what that was. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, when you punted my dog out of the green room, you punted me too.
Yes,
I wonder
which
why I keep
means,
getting the
well, it's a good thing I
getting
didn't
an arrow on the screen.
an arrow.
Yeah, like to play, like a play arrow keeps popping up on the screen. Does anyone else keep getting that? Doesn't seem to do anything. It just seems to pop up on the screen. What's that?
Interesting. Lucy can see panelists. Thank you for letting us know, Lucy. And then you have all different options. I don't know. It is weird. There's this. I don't know. I kind of like this. We're all equal here.
What is this? Is this YouTube or?
Chris has got a big logo over his face, though.
We are. We're streaming to YouTube and to Shitter.
Can you guys hear me? I can't hear anybody.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
We can hear you, Paula.
We can hear you. I can hear you.
More coffee.
Dang it, I was hoping to see her face one day.
I'm gonna have to jump off and try to come back in.
Try it.
Let's see.
Let me.
It shows my audio.
I'm
try it again.
Hold on. I gotta text Paula because we can hear you.
Let's see, there's 8.
Because I had the same thing happening, Tim. That I at one point I was able to. I couldn't hear what was going on, although I was in. So I went out and came back in. It seemed to fix it.
Well, I'm going to go
Okay, I'm going to check my audio settings.
Tap the link.
It just
People.
all of a
I'm going to
sudden
go
went
to people. Hold on. I'm going to check on my end. Seeing a resolution that doesn't match your device, blah, blah, blah. No, everything seems to be okay. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I just told her to check her audio settings. So if that happens, you may have it set where your audio is coming through a different way. Like a Bluetooth.
Is that your bar, Tish?
Okay, I think I'm gonna have to
I
come
wish
back
it was
in
my
and
bar.
maybe reboot. Maybe I'll come back on my iPhone.
Matthew entered the studio. Somebody added this to the stage. For the record, that is the birthday note that Donald Trump sent to Jeffrey Epstein. And I assume I can say that without issue. I guess if I get a ban, we'll see. Fucking community guideline strike. It says, there must be more to life than having everything. Donald. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Yes, we do. Come to think of it, Donald. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that, Jeffrey? As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you, Donald, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. and may every day be another wonderful secret.
Ugh.
This dude's a sick and disgusting piece of garbage.
But it's all, 25 years ago, somebody thought that they wanted to make Donald Trump look bad, so they
Right.
this letter and
That's not my signature.
fake news.
I'm so sick of this fucking guy. I don't know. Here lately, I have been I think he's trying to cause a recession on purpose.
Well, his pattern is to break it and then fix it and then take all the credit.
Well, I think he's working with like the billionaires, because when a recession happens, what they've done historically, especially over the last 50 years, is go in and fucking buy everything. They consolidate their power even further because everything's on a fire sale. If these companies are going out of business, they can just buy it all up and then they have less competition.
Yep.
So I figure he's going to try to cause a recession. It's going to fuck everybody over, and then they'll all come in and buy all that shit up, and then he'll be like, "Oh, look, we fixed it."
But the funny thing is that if anything shows in Trump's history, he'll be the one that ends up losing everything. He'll be one of the guys left holding and getting nothing in the end. So you almost hope that, like he's just, I mean, look, he bankrupted the casino. How do you go bankrupt with a casino? The house has a built-in thing.
Right. I mean, he does it. I remember I saw this video. He was like, I love debt. I love debt for my companies. It's smart to use debt because then you can go back and negotiate debt and say, well, I'm only going to pay you half. And I'm like, so you fucking stiff people and you think that's a good thing. He's like, but I don't love it for the country.
Well, I mean, Cohen, talked about how that was a big part of his job was, they would deliberately hire small businessmen, small tradesmen to do work on buildings and then turn around and refuse to pay them and say, well, you can sue them, but Donald Trump is so rich he can afford to. Of course, he wasn't. That was the thing. If anybody had known and had actually fought back, his house of cards would have probably collapsed. But by the way, Tim, are you getting any like scraping or background sounds right now from me? Or is my voice okay? Just clear.
No, I hear you just fine.
Okay, good. Because I guess there's been issues.
Is anybody?
Well, I guess there's been issues. You've probably heard. You've probably heard like some background sounds before when I've been on your live, though on that other one that shall remain nameless.
No.
Okay, because Mojo was saying last night that he was hearing a lot of noise, and I guess Paula was teasing me this morning that my headset was making noise. So I thought it was the earbuds that I use were giving some background noise. But if everything's good, tell me if they start to, so I know, because I can always switch over. But
yeah, no, it sounds fine to me. I'll let you know. I'll just either kick you or mute you.
Okay, that works.
I got a few options here to deal with that. But yeah, I mean, back to Trump. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, guys. I this what we're seeing is fucking wild, and I don't know if we're gonna make it out. What do you guys think? What are your hopes? Beach, actually, I'd love to hear yours because you have more of a pragmatic approach to that kind of stuff. What do you think?
The midterms are very, very important. A couple of seats in the midterms, it's gonna mean a lot, I think.
Yeah. Do you think aside from maybe rigging the election and see, I can fucking say that. Holy shit. Aside from them just flat out rigging the election, do you think there's any chance Republicans won't lose?
Rigging the election is a district by district, state by state thing. And I don't think that's one of the great things about federalism, about how our state by state system works so well to prevent anything really, really bad from happening very quickly, because you'd have to corrupt multiple states simultaneously. State officials certify every election.
Unless you have the ability to actually alter the counts coming out, because that's the theory that's going here, because Starlink had embedded itself into some of the districts voting, so they were using Starlink as the internet to send the voting data. And the theory goes that they made it so that whatever that information was coming in, it would pay attention to how the votes were going and then alter it just enough. That's the theory. Now, there's no proof that that's happening. And would Elon do it again now that they've had kind of a falling out? I don't know. Because the Palantir, between Palantir, Starlink, and all that shit, man, I don't know if I have much trust in this fucking what they're able to do these days. But I take your point. I think it's well made, and I hope you're right. Sherry says the heck is mental. Your data is being weaponized and used against you to exploit your biases for political power. Yeah, Gyro says never underestimate Dem's ability to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
Tell you
that's
what,
for damn sure.
I am so. Yeah, I'm with the crowd. I'm so mad at our party, and they're starting to kind of come around, but they just don't understand the terms of this war.
I think we need to shut the government down at the end of the month.
I'm starting to think that might be a good idea too. It's worth the risk.
Oh, you mean like fiscally shutting them down?
Have any of you watched Ezra Klein's thoughts on that?
I know the name Ezra Klein, but I haven't heard.
You know what? I actually clicked on a video of his yesterday, and for some reason only watched 15 seconds of it. But
you should watch the whole thing. It's about 4 or 5 minutes long. And he talks about it. He says we should shut it down, but we got to have a plan. We can't just shut it down and say, okay, we shut it down, but we got to have a plan with how we're going to react if we do. It's very interesting.
So we got Jazz and John, by the way, in the comments. Welcome aboard, Jazz. Thank you for coming. So what do you think a shutdown will benefit us? Like, what's the benefit there to shut down?
I think it'll get attention that the Republicans are way out of control.
Anybody else have any thoughts?
Big, beautiful bill is a big, beautiful piece of crap.
Yeah.
$180 billion for ICE? Give me a fucking break.
It makes them the fourth largest military in the world.
Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
And the shit we're seeing now, like, did you guys see the way they went into that South Korean, that battery plant?
The Hyundai plant, yeah.
Yeah, so whenever it first came out, I didn't have a lot of information about it. I'm like, well, if they're only hiring like South Koreans, then I can understand why that might be discrimination. But then you learn the battery plant was under construction. They brought these fucking people in there to train the people here in the U.S. on building it, planning it out, etc. So they were like specialized individuals brought in to do it. They brought in fucking Humvees and shit. There was a line of like 50 fucking cars. Brought in like prison buses to get them out, shackled them around their waists. What the fuck?
Every law enforcement agency in the country was there.
Yeah, like why in the fuck was the DEA there?
Yeah, the DEA, the ATF, everybody.
I don't know, but the thing about that, it was supposed to employ 8,000 plus people, and now, like, if you were South Korea, would you even bother?
No, but I'm sure they will.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, and what a great way to piss off an important ally too.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, it would be.
It's getting ready to be America alone if it isn't already.
Fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
how are you gonna bring manufacturing here if you piss off the people that want to bring manufacturing here?
Yeah, and these other countries are starting to find other trade partners too.
Yep, they're gonna
$20 billion investment basically flushed down the drain. I don't know. Have you guys heard if they're just going to stop the construction at all and like entirely and say fuck it? Okay, who is that? I'm hearing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know how the mute works on this thing.
Is there should just be a little mute button, right?
Yeah, down at the bottom there's a microphone icon, and you just click.
I was playing with my other device trying to figure out, and never mind. Sorry.
Oh. Was that like a sport? It sounded like a sports game of some kind. No. The look on your face says you might have had a Ryan Walters moment. Did you guys see that shit? Ryan Walters, he was at the board meeting with those two board members, and he had naked women on the TV in the background, and they were like, "What the fuck?" You guys didn't see that? He's the fucking superintendent of education. This anti-woke piece of garbage had titties in the background on a fucking board of education. Like, I guess it was just like a powwow they were having, because it wasn't like a full-on meeting. Crazy. Anyway, the look on your face, Beach, made me think of that moment. Like, can you imagine? You're sitting, you got titties in the TV.
It may or may not have been a message from Bumble. Okay, give me a break.
Oh, Bumble.
Good old
you know what?
Bumble.
We live vicariously through you, Beach. As a married man, you know, you get what you can where you get it, right?
Here's some headlines.
Here's
some headlines. Hyundai immigration rate could leave other businesses reassessing their workforces. How Hyundai rate could backfire on Trump. Optics look terrible.
Yeah, that's it's fucked up. Like, at first I was like, okay, well, if your population in an area is like 70% white and like 90% of your workforce is South Korean, I've got a problem with that. Unless it's like Korean food, you know, that's a little different to me. But the facts of the matter is that they were brought over here. Donald Trump himself said, in a matter of fact, let me see if you can you hear this? Can you hear that? Could you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I may have to share it. Okay, this is weird. Let me pull this out. Put this over here. Hold on, I'm still trying to figure shit out, guys. Give me a second. Stop screen. Edit. Okay. Share screen. There we go. And he actually defended them. All right, let me know if you can hear this.
We have a lot of industries that we don't have any
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
anymore, and we're going to have to train people. And the way you train people is bring people in that know what they're doing and let them stay for a little while and help. So I'm going to look at that. It's a very interesting situation that took place in Georgia. And we heard about it yesterday. At the same time, ICE was doing right because they were here illegally. But we do have to work something out in experts so that our people can be trained so that they can do it themselves.
And see, that makes sense to me. He's not wrong there. But like, at what cost are you doing this immigration shit? I don't know. Like, does anybody disagree with what he said there?
Not really. Paula, show us your face.
Paula. Paula.
Well,
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me? I can
Yes.
hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
I
could
just-
hear you
We can
earlier.
hear you.
I couldn't hear you guys. I couldn't understand what was going on.
We want to see your face.
I'm sorry. I haven't done anything yet. All I've done was roll out of bed.
I put my makeup on just for you.
Oh, thanks, guys.
You know
I was
what?
trying to load my avatar and it won't let me.
If the advertisement for the show is you come to YouTube and you watch it over here, you get to see Paula's face. Half of TikTok would show up.
No, I don't.
It might be all dudes.
You're sweet.
Might be all dudes, but
I'm just curious.
Yes, sir.
Keep the mystery alive. That's
yeah,
what I
I'll figure it out. I mean, how long are you going to run your live today?
12 hours.
You could probably get a bunch of gifts if you tell people that you'll hide my face.
Well, I think you're the only reason why there's 10 people in the room. Beach.
Oh, well, I'd like to thank Tish Big Dick for being here.
Yeah, there's 5 people watching on Shitter and 5 people watching on YouTube. So that's interesting.
All right. That's a start.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I don't even know what it looks like over on the Shitter. Let me go to my profile.
Well, I just think we got to figure out a way to promote the show on TikTok.
Yeah, I agree. But it's, with having to do all the clicking, and of course, I guess once you get in here, that pinned comment, you can come right up. And guys, if you're in the comments and you're wanting on the panel and you're not like a regular to the show, you click on that link at the top. You're welcome to come in and join us. We will bitch at you if we need to, but that's just how it goes.
That's the only way I could find to come up is from that little link in the comments. Is there another way?
Really? Yeah, on my TikTok profile, you can go to my profile in my bio. It says like where you click on somebody's links, you go to beacons and it has a link to my live. It says join my live, and then you click on it. But it's kind of a pain in the ass.
I just watched that video of Trump in the restaurant last night. They were right on top of him.
Oh, they gave him shit.
I mean, I thought they were like outside the restaurant or something. They were right in there on top of him.
Oh, yeah.
We saw Trump in the restaurant and somebody got a picture of him from behind. It's just another dickhead,
I'm sorry, but if my head looked like that, I'd wear a hat.
Oh my God. I saw that picture and I was like, what the fuck? That's Donald Trump all the way. Fucking what a dick.
How many people can you bring up on the panel?
Up to 10.
Up to 10 people up here.
Yeah, I mean, of course, there aren't very many people watching. So, so if you go to the Shitter, sure enough, you can watch it. That's cool.
I already went.
That's cool. Neat.
My first
now, by Shitter, do you mean Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just making sure I didn't realize it was streaming there too.
Yeah, it's the Shitter though, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
It used to be a great platform.
It used to be.
Yeah.
They were like, they're censoring me. I can't call somebody the N-word. What?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Those people are nuts. Paula, you still around?
I am. I'm just fiddling with everything.
I'd say, are you fiddling with like your settings?
Yeah, I don't like the way I don't know. I don't like the way it looks. I want to make it bigger and I can't figure it out. Oh,
don't we all?
I just figured it out. Stop.
I've had that problem my whole life.
My girlfriend said the opposite.
I can't figure it out.
Oh,
your girlfriend's the opposite.
That's about right.
She said it's too big.
PT's laughing. I don't know if you're laughing at me, but I'm gonna take it that way because that's how you do.
The only unfortunate thing is that the comments now, are those comments in the bottom right?
Yeah, those are the comments from the YouTube and I assume from Twitter. If you're even allowed to comment on Twitter, I don't. Let me test it real quick. Oh dang it! I just got rid of my dickhead picture, and I hadn't saved it. Fuck. Let me see if I can comment.
How do you create a background?
If you go down to the 3 dots on your box down below the big box,
it works.
And well, actually go down to your camera setting and open the arrow, and then there's a picture frame with that says virtual background.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you can add pictures and stuff in there.
That's interesting. I don't have that option.
Really? Because I'm able to do.
Are you on an iPhone or an Android?
I'm on a MacBook Pro.
Oh, you're on a laptop.
Computer. Okay. The options you have may be better on a computer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Paula keeps coming in and dropping out. You can come in audio only. So you
am I audio only right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're audio only. So you're not on the panel, but we can hear you.
It said that I could like put my avatar up there, but it won't let me, so I don't know what's going on.
Well, so in what I see on my screen, I see your little square with your avatar on it. But it, for some reason, doesn't show up. I don't know.
Well, how does Fish get that picture up there?
He's on a computer. So if you take that link and put it into like your computer, you should be able to do it that way. If you have a computer available, it might be easier.
Nah, I don't have PCs. I don't have computer. I just have iPad and iPhone.
Well, you can do it through the browser. You can put it in the browser on your iPad.
Oh,
and that may work.
Yeah, it's okay. I got it.
Okay.
Whew.
So people won't know that you're here.
Pardon?
Sorry, Tim.
What were you asking?
Go ahead and talk to Paula.
No, I was just saying you could do it that way because it is a little weird that we can hear you and we can't
like
see
I'm in the
you.
ether. Like I'm in the ether.
Right. You just
like I'm your mod or something.
Like you're an angel. Like you're
like
God.
I'm an angel. I am.
Like
Where did
God.
Beach go?
He's still trying to see you.
Oh.
Careful. If your phone starts acting funny, it might be Beach.
I bet you Beach was a former CIA operative.
He might have been. Isn't this great though that we can say shit here?
Yeah, I like it. We just have to
murder
how to advertise it and how to get people in. So I'll talk to my son later when he's not at work and see if he has any ideas.
Yeah, I mean, I've got 3,000 followers, but again, most of those came from.
Oh, and you can smoke?
Well, I don't think I can show it. So I'm just going to cup it. But isn't it great?
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to not have to worry about what the words I use.
Yeah.
But there's got to be a way to promote this.
Yeah, it's a lot harder because TikTok does it for you automatically, whereas YouTube, their algorithm isn't as like pushy for, it's not going to force itself in front of people's eyeballs. At least not like that. But, it can grow. Well, plus, the more people watch here, the more watch hours that I'll get. And then you can do like super chats and shit where you can, drop money because currently I'm not monetized over here.
We just have to think of what we got to get a draw, like a big draw to get people to come in. Like maybe we can get another content creator from TikTok to come over. Yeah. And just hang out for a few minutes.
Yep. Or, I mean, because really what we need is MAGA to show up.
That's what I mean. What about Millie?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could bring her over. I don't know if she'd come, but.
So just a little FYI, Millie and Heuristic are setting up a debate. It'll be fire.
What about Blossom? What happened with Blossom?
I don't know. I don't know, but I think Heuristic has thrown down a challenge for Millie.
I have a feeling Heuristic is going to get destroyed.
So I don't know. I mean,
Millie
so
is very. She's very.
the thing is,
She's very quick.
There's an art, right? It's like, do you remember watching Paul Krugman debating Joe Scarborough? Did anybody see that debate?
Mm-mm.
On paper,
I'm only 43.
Yeah, yeah, shut the fuck up. So basically, Paul Krugman is a renowned economist. You may not agree with his views, but he's still considered one of the foremost economists. And Joe Scarborough is a politician. And they did this debate. And on paper, you'd think Paul would win, but Joe just wiped the floor with them. I mean, just flustered him. And so, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think Heuristic wants to use timers, which, she's got... she does a very lengthy reply to questions, so she says that will help her be more succinct. But it's not about it's about the theatrics, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Millie's got an edge.
Whose platform are they going to use?
Oh God, who was it?
Because I had planned on reaching out to.
Yeah, I know.
And then
I don't recall whose platform it is. It's not like Mojo's, or maybe it's Red State. They're trying to do it on Red State, but I don't think they have finalized it.
Yeah, I feel like that's more of a neutral territory. Red State.
But I've hardly ever seen Millie on Red States. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Well, she's apparently always in Moscow.
Millie.
Somebody called her Moscow Millie. That's the first time I heard that. I don't think she's getting paid. I don't.
I don't care. I don't care if she's getting paid. I don't care if anybody on TikTok's getting paid. I mean, people got to make money.
Yeah. The Trump dickhead picture. Did you see that picture, Paula?
From
I put it up on the screen. I don't know. That is weird.
What?
Yeah. You're in there twice. Let me remove.
Yeah, no, it's because okay. Uh-oh.
I'm gonna okay. I may end up kicking you out. So just come back. I'm gonna see if this works.
I will.
Okay, I kicked the other one. So you're still there, so that's good.
All right. Yeah, what I did was I opened it on my phone and my laptop.
Oh my God.
Oh, I see.
I just noticed Highbrave's got the same hat.
Yeah. Jazz. It says
that's my
oh yeah, love it.
That's my Tim hat.
Jazz, I see that you're in the green room, but you've got to connect your mic or your cam in order for me to be able to pull you in. So if you do just your mic, that will work, or both. Because it says device is not connected.
Oh, goodness.
So you have to grant permission to the browser or your phone to have StreamYard use your mic for it to work.
Crispy, the artwork you have above your head, I know who that is, don't I? Is that Ralph Fiennes?
That's the dude. Oh,
that's the Big Lebowski.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Big Lebowski.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
I knew who it was. I just was thinking Ralph Fiennes, and I don't know why.
The dude.
Jeff Bridges.
Yeah. That is an awesome picture, though. God, it's so weird over here, though. It's so different. It feels.
It's just different right now. That's all.
Yeah, it is weird. My friend is off the ventilator. I don't know if you guys heard that or not.
The friend that used to do a live with that guy. Oh, that's good news.
Matter of fact,
is it his liver? You said.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, it's just one thing after another.
Yeah, we can't abuse our bodies too much.
Yeah, he certainly did. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look up Monroe, just in case you guys haven't seen him. I'm gonna put this up on the screen real quick. This is when we interviewed. This is the first black mayor of Tulsa. This was when he was running. Like, I think we did his first interview. In fact, present, share screen. There we go. There. Can you guys see that? Oh no, I think I have to pull it in. There we go. Yeah, so that's my friend. He's a conservative, the real Ron.
All right. We have Monroe Nichols. What is going on, sir? How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Doing great.
That's
We're
Monroe.
Excited.
He actually
now
won.
Oh, go ahead, Ron. You got something to say? Do it.
You look skinnier on the camera than you do in real life, Monroe. Or Representative Monroe. What I call you? Representative? What?
You can call me Monroe. It's totally fine. You know, you are Supreme Allied Commander, whatever.
Okay. I like that.
Monroe is fucking hilarious, guys. I mean, that dude is just. We went and ate lunch with him one time. I mean, he just had us rolling. But yeah, now he's the mayor of Tulsa. And anyway, that's Ron. He's fucking getting through it. And people hated him so much that they're like, I hope you die on his fucking Facebook page.
Nice.
Liberals. These are liberals doing it. It's gross. But because that stupid fucking video he did, that thing is gonna haunt him until the day he dies.
You guys know who Ronnie Jackson is?
I've heard the name.
No, he was the guy that was
or something.
He was the doctor for Trump in his first term.
Right. He's a congressman up in North Texas, and I troll him constantly, almost daily, on Facebook.
Well, I mean, you have to. If you're an elected,
it's an obligation.
Part of the
It's
job.
an obligation.
Oh, Paul, I didn't realize you had jumped off of there.
No, but can you hear me now?
I can. When you're in the green room, we can't hear you, and I didn't even see.
That's okay.
So
Can you hear me now?
If that happens, wave your hand, and it should catch my eye. Yeah, I can hear you.
You can still hear me? Okay, I have to charge my phone, so I got that magnet charger thing, and sometimes when I use it, the audio gets messed up, and I don't know why, but
maybe interference.
I don't know, but I know it was when I'm doing TikTok. Okay,
ID10T error.
Ha 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 ha.
Damn! I hope you wouldn't know what that was.
You know, I was an accountant, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's true.
Oh my gosh! So what do we think? We got to get more people. I'm just thinking about how we can get more people.
Well, we need a MAGA in here. That's just it. Try to reach out to Easy, see if he'll come in here. That's all I can
You mean Raj?
Yeah.
He's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, he's like, I'll reach out to him. I don't understand why he likes me so much. I don't mean like. I don't know why he enjoys arguing with me that much. It's just crazy. I'm not
that dude will argue with a fucking plant over astrology. I mean, he just I don't know, cause like whenever he had made the claim that he felt that all drugs should be legal and then proceeded to argue against that very fucking stance, I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, that's so stupid.
Wait, he was arguing with me about the causes of inflation, and I'm listening to his argument, and just like with everything else, you have different economic views, and his views were not in line with anything I had ever been taught that I could remember. So I had to Google it and see what the name of his viewpoints are. But here's the thing about him. He does know a lot about a lot of stuff. He's a smart guy. I mean, he can talk about a lot of subjects like you guys, right? Because, he's not I don't think he's that young, but what I don't like is he centers the conversation around him.
Oh, yeah. Like Sherry says, how do you debate people who live in Delulu land? Yeah, I mean, it's like he argues for the sake of just arguing.
Yeah, he
And
likes to argue,
it's
like Lotus, like Lotus does.
right.
Lotus likes
He's
to
a
argue
little
too.
less bad. Yeah, he's a little less
Yeah,
bad.
he's
But
a little
no, I mean, if
So-
we were to get one of those in here, I think the numbers would go up, which is a
Yeah.
sad state, of affairs in the U.S. when,
Mhm.
people like to see the train
Yeah, I
wreck and
don't
then bitch about it.
disagree.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're having this guy up. You need to drop him so that I can get bored and leave." That's what they do. Like yesterday, I'm certain it was liberals fucking reporting that dude that got the live fucked. I think that's what it was.
He was a bad guy, man. He really was. He wasn't trying to have a conversation. He wasn't trying to
No.
debate you. He was just
No,
I think
he
he was trying to bring your life down, Tim.
Well, I'd like to know who he really was.
Rock Dog, I think was his name, wasn't it?
No, Rockefeller.
So,
But
no,
he
but
had,
that's his hand.
but he had, when I looked at his, I think it was him that I looked at his bio, and he had like, I think he had like thousands of followers, but he wasn't, but he had zero following.
Like people weren't following him, but he was following a lot of people.
No, he wasn't following people, but a lot of people were following him, like it was a ghost account or something.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
and I'm pretty sure it was him that when I looked at that, I saw that. I got thinking about it later, like it was almost like he came in deliberately to do that.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
But I think if you can get this figured out so that people can come in easily, like just be able to find the link, click it, and they're in. I mean, they have to go through the entry process, but that's not a big deal. But just the fact of getting into it easily. Like if I could just go into YouTube, type in liberal loudmouth and find the link to this quick and easy, I think that would be great. And then, because I think people would use that more, rather than all the transferring around from TikTok.
Well, I feel like the bigger pull will be from YouTube itself.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it'll just be a matter of getting the right person on at the right time to have the right argument.
Yeah.
And that will, because it'll drive the live. I mean, the viewership will go up, and then people will realize, oh shit, this is not something that I can normally do in a YouTube live where you can join the panel. That's not something that you see on YouTube a lot. So if it catches on, I mean, cool. Because we, as of yet, we don't have anybody that is. Oh, Jazz, I brought you in audio only, but you're here. Yeah, this isn't like, it's going to take a while, but I don't know if I have a while, because honestly, I'm just fucking frustrated with it all. This is, what do you do? It's always something.
Well, you're not fighting with the censorship here.
Right. Well, I mean, we'll see, because things may have changed a little bit on the lives, because the lives may be different. Now, I know the videos aren't as censored on YouTube, but I don't know if they treat lives differently, more similar to TikTok. I guess we'll find out if I get a fucking community guideline strike. But you got to try, I guess, right? All right, Paula. But yeah, I mean, you guys can actually stream to your own things.
In the words of the great Rosanna Dan.
Do what, Jazz?
If it ain't one thing, it's another thing.
Right. Yeah, it's always a fucking something.
I'm massively delayed.
Are you? So what was going on there? Because you'd been sitting there for a minute without your stuff on. Did you get it? Like, was it that way? If somebody has that problem, I can explain to them how to fix it. That delay is atrocious.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
just
I
took
know
out.
how it was fixed.
I just ducked out to take a call, and getting back was like one of the most challenging experiences of my life. You have to know exactly where
Really?
you are, and you have to be diligent about getting here to find you, Lib.
That sucks. So, well, okay. So if you though had just gone to the YouTube live, because if you go to my profile right now, it shows me live right on the front, the home screen. You can click on that and click on the pinned comment. That should take you right there.
Yeah, it did. It did for me.
Did you try that, or did you go back to TikTok and do it that way?
No, I opened it up and
No,
it had it had the live right on my YouTube screen.
I was asking Beach.
Oh, sorry.
No, my settings must be different. Because yeah, I had to go through a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that sucks. But I mean, this is what I used to use when I did those interviews and stuff with, like Monroe and JJ Humphrey. This StreamYard is how they would enter. Also, it always seemed pretty easy to me, but I'm also not. You said you're using a MacBook. Was that you or somebody else?
No. Well, I have an Android device and an Apple device, and neither one of them. But it's probably my settings.
I see. Well, either way, we'll figure it out. It's again, I'm gonna have to get somebody on here that's arguing with me.
I just copied the link from your profile on TikTok and pasted it in a browser, and it brought me right here.
Yeah, that's probably the easiest way, aside from clicking the link in the live itself. Now, if you are somebody who is
volunteer this weekend, or just a minute.
Do what?
Sorry, never mind. Just something here.
What's going on? Was that?
It's okay. Wife? Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to. But I don't have the continual amount of people coming in that want to come up. That's the only problem. You know what I mean? Like, people go to panels on TikTok specifically to come up or to argue or whatever. Don't really have that here, so it's gonna be a challenge. But September 16th, I'll just go back to doing both at the same time. What else do you do?
What, you got like a 10-day banana?
7. Yeah, from the 9th to the 16th.
Did they tell you what you did?
They just said misinformation. Pretty sure it was the guy talking about trans stuff, because he was like, trans is a mental disorder. It says it in the DSM-5, blah, 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 blah. Which it doesn't say that.
In that.
Right. It refers to dysphoria only, not,
Right. It was all about the dysphoria. My goodness.
Yeah. Of course, I think they have a different term for it now than dysphoria. Do you know what they call it now, Beach?
I do not.
Yeah, I think they use something else, but and then you say that and somebody's like, "Oh my God, that's dangerous language. Let me report you." Fucking liberals.
More important though, did Paula ever show her face?
She never did. No.
Yes, I did. You're lying to me. I will, but not today, guys.
Sherry says,
for a moment, you guys didn't.
I'm gonna have to review the video.
So,
Paula, I gotta say, if everybody gets to see your face at the same time and I'm not the first one, I'm gonna be upset.
You'll be the first one, Tim. We can FaceTime sometime.
Oh, goodness.
I'm gonna hold you to that. Christy, did you hear that?
We will.
Yeah, I heard it.
She said it. All right, I've got this shit recorded.
That's all right.
I'm gonna play. I'm gonna clip it and send it to you every day.
Every day.
I better be in the top 10. Okay. If I'm not in the top 10,
the reason why I don't like to show my face is because I get nervous about being doxxed and stuff. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, that's
if it's not on YouTube or TikTok, that's different. because there's some really fucked up people on social media.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
legit
Hobie,
concern.
for example.
Fucking
Yeah,
Hobie,
I just
man.
didn't. Yeah, because yeah.
Now I should be able to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can we trash Hobie on this app?
Oh, for sure. You can trash
Oh,
Hobie on
good.
TikTok if you want.
No, I just feel like if I mention her name on TikTok, that something bad will happen. Like she's a witch or something, like a poltergeist.
She may be. I mean,
A witch and a poltergeist are two different things.
Yeah,
Paula.
I know. I was just trying to. I was thinking witch, but then I thought 2 users are in the stream with audio only. Yeah, what's up?
Witch with a B. That's Hobie.
Oh,
can you text me your email or message me your email rather? Because I can add you as an admin to here so that you can like if you see somebody that I don't that's in the green room, you can pull them up too.
All right. I'm gonna okay.
It just that way there's somebody else here that can
right,
handle unless you don't want to, that's fine.
No, it's all right. There, I sent it to you. Just like, what if you're that weirdo that I was talking about?
I could be.
I probably am. I put money that I am.
All right,
Was that me? So here's something I noticed. Just to give you a heads up. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, was that because I'm in my browser, if I pull down on my screen, like you do when you're refreshing on an iPhone, it kicks me out of your live.
Oh, wow.
Just so you know.
So, because it refreshes the page.
Yeah,
is that
kick
why?
Me out. That's how come I kept coming in and out. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So
there we go. Okay, so you should have an email.
Crispy, that background. How did you do that background?
I took that picture.
He's using a computer.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous picture.
I took that from my doc.
Now I understand what you mean when you say crispy. Because every time you say crispy, I'm like, who the hell is crispy?
It's crispy.
And then I just realized it's crispy.
And then
funny.
if you look below, it says call me crispy.
Oh, wow. I didn't even see that. I'm not paying attention at all.
Oh, it's hard to see your chat though.
Is it? Well, I can pull up.
Like
you can pull up. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can do that with, and you should, once you respond to that email, you should be able to do that also, where you can, if you see a comment that's cool, you can, pop it up.
So what are the rules of StreamYard? Do we know? Do they have rules, Tim? Okay.
No, this is just a platform to bring, kind of like Zoom. That's all it is. They don't like, there's no, schmurder, unalive, none of that shit.
Now dang, we can use those words, can't we?
Yep, we sure as fuck can.
All right.
Kill. Suicide. Now that one I don't know. That one may actually get
genocide. What about genocide?
We can say genocide. But we
can say all the words.
Matt,
we can say all the
words.
That's
a good question. I don't know. I think you probably do have to wear a shirt.
Clothes are optional. Is that our live?
Well, because I don't know if their AI will know the difference.
I was just saying that would be a way to get viewers.
Yes, that is true. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so I can actually, so I can create a banner here for breaking news. Let me test this out. Breaking news.
Oh shoot.
What?
Well, I did up an account on Stream, but I did it on my other email. That's okay. We'll just do it on this one.
Oh,
You are
that's cool.
currently logged in, but this invitation was. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to give you a different email, Rick. I mean, not Rick.
Tom.
Rick
is this Highbray?
Puppies?
Highbray. Tom. So wait, I'm Tim and you're Tom. Tim and Tom.
For free felt pet portrait class.
Okay, I don't think he's ready.
Who is Tom?
Funny. Highbray.
That's funny. Now we're gonna know everybody's name.
Yeah, that's one weird thing about it is seeing everybody's face the whole time, except for yours.
I sent you another email address. If you wouldn't mind sending the admin stuff to that one, that would be great.
Oh, okay.
You'll laugh when you see the name. You've seen it before, though. I did.
Why is it not Kibi? Think.
Oh,
why? Okay, now you.
She's hilarious because she does. He'll. I feel like it says she, but I'm not sure. But
I don't know.
She'll send me messages on TikTok about her conversations with her AIs, and it just cracks me. I laugh the whole time, and I feel like I'm an asshole for laughing, but it does. It's so funny.
I mean, eventually, people are gonna fucking. I mean, I think they're already having cases where ChatGPT had to institute where it won't become your right. It'll say, please reach out to other people or whatever, because they had a case where this, I think it was a kid, it may have been an young adult, it was its friend or whatever, and then it gave this person the help to commit a self-unaliving.
Oh my God.
And it's basically assisted this person. So they instituted that where it's just like, we're not even gonna let it pretend, which that's stupid to me. Why just don't let it help somebody self-unalive?
I don't know. Though. I mean, should that be something we should, like, if somebody wants, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all that.
Like
if somebody wanted to end their life, shouldn't they be able to? Like, I mean, I'm not saying anybody should, but I'm just saying.
I think they should. I imagine Beach. Do you think that should be allowed? I mean,
if somebody has a terminal diagnosis from a medical professional and just doesn't want to put their family through the process, well, it should be everybody's choice, no matter what. But it would be a lot more understandable in the situation where somebody had a terminal diagnosis and didn't want to put their family through it. But you can't advocate for freedom without advocating for freedom.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, I feel like my views are all over the place, but I feel the same way about drugs. If you wanted to do drugs, I don't care. I mean,
isn't it nice saying drugs?
Yeah, it is. I thought about it for a split second. I was like, can I say this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care about gambling. I don't care if they're brothels. I really don't.
Now, tell me, can you hear this? Could you hear that?
No, I could not.
Fuck. I'll have to figure out a way to get my Stream Deck, my sound effects to work through here.
Philosophically, I don't believe there's a such thing as a victimless crime. If there is no victim, if there's no injured party, there is no crime.
What do you mean?
You're
saying that just by, I see what you're saying.
Right. If you did it to yourself or just did it to like a rock, not the country Iraq, but like a rock on the ground.
I was about to say, but not Iran.
But yeah, thank you very much. We're here all week. Charlottesville.
Well, what about? Wait a minute. What's an instance where there is a where there's a victimless crime? What is? Give me an example of that.
In today's society, driving 56 miles an hour down the interstate is a victimless crime. You're going 1 mile and over. That's a crime against the state.
Yeah,
I think that's a civil infraction, though.
It's a crime in my state.
Well, but if they're like, don't. I mean, I'm not trying to be contrarian.
Do it anyway.
But you are. But go ahead.
No, I mean, the reason why that the state has speed limits is for public safety, right?
It's a crime against the state.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, well, it's only safety issue if something happens, but speed is not the only reason that something happens. You know what I mean? Like that would be like saying just a bad driver driving is a crime.
It takes some other attribute of negligence to result in a crash that damages somebody else.
Right.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know, Beach. I mean, I think you can successfully make an argument for sure. I'm trying to figure out how to do this admin stuff, Tim.
Oh, but you are in there and you're getting it.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right now I'm just sorry, just changing the fonts and shit around. Yeah, this live may suck, but we're gonna get it figured out tomorrow. Maybe it'll be better.
We should just like jump on here. I mean, we can do it while everybody's here, but just jump on and play around and I don't know.
I haven't accidentally rear-ended anybody since like day before yesterday.
Are you being funny?
Yeah, I am.
That's what I thought. I was just like, I saw you smile and I was like, oh, okay, here we go.
Which of these do you like better, guys? I mean, okay, so I'm just gonna go through them. I'm not sure I like that.
I don't like the pink.
This now I can change the color. I can change the color.
Yeah,
just the layout of the
like the circles.
The layout?
Those are kind of cool.
And then there's that.
What are you looking at?
That's good too.
I think I like that.
Okay, we'll just keep it that way. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I don't know. That's too much. Black. We'll just do it black. Cause I ain't racist. Jesus. Hi, Bray. Oh, Chris is back.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris?
Yeah. Where's Hi Bray?
I don't know. He just dropped out. There's Hi Bray.
I just took my camera off for a minute because I'm eating breakfast.
I see.
You can turn your camera on and off, and when you turn it off, it drops you out of the box, but I'm still in the.
You can still hear.
I'm still in the show, as they say.
See, I don't like that. I wish that.
Well, that's why I covered up my camera.
Yeah, I wish that it would just keep them on there, or have the option to keep them on there. Like,
yeah, I was trying to figure out if I could just set up an avatar like I have over in TikTok, and that I could just do that, but it wouldn't let me. But if I just cover up my camera, where'd Hi Bray go?
I think Hi Bray is still talking.
Still here.
Okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah, because you can still see in the green room where Tom. Yeah, do you see? Okay, so let me watch what happens when I remove Tom from the room. Watch what happens to the bottom. You see the line of things on the bottom, right? Underneath.
Yeah, like the microphone.
Yeah. Do you see how it changed?
No.
Now look at Tom. Do you see how he's gray now? And then watch, I'll click him and
it told me it went from being in the
see, and then I remove him and he goes gray. Do you see that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so look beside Chris on the very bottom. So the bottom left, you have liberal loudmouth, jazz, bird, Paul, right? You see that?
So underneath everybody, I have icons for a microphone, a camera, chat, an ellipsis, and an exit.
Oh, you don't see everybody on the bottom?
I don't know how to get rid of that banner underneath. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to figure out.
Well, I brought you back in, Highbright. That's weird.
That,
it seems
thank
like
you.
you should be able to see what I'm seeing so that you can pull people. Because, well, if you don't see it, then there's no point in explaining it.
That's what I was trying to
It won't
figure
make
out
any
how to help
sense.
you. I can't help
Right.
you.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is so crazy. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and there's also private comments. Also, you guys can click on that and like send a message internally. People on the outside won't see, but the panelists will see. The people that are in StreamYard will see. That's under is that under no private chat? There it is. Yeah, and sorry, Chris, I'm just now seeing your message. I see you already figured that out. Well, and there goes Paula. Yeah, this is it's too easy to jump in and out. Maybe the rule will be if you leave, you're gone. It's like going to cause me to have a seizure.
I jumped out because it wanted me to sign up to upload more than one background, and I said, "Fuck it."
Oh, really?
Background anyway.
That's weird. Yeah, it's I mean, it wouldn't cost anything, I don't think. But yeah, it's like
they do want you to sign up to pay.
Yeah, get a Proton email, but you guys are actually able to share this and stream this to your stuff. So like if you have Facebook and you wanted to stream this to your Facebook, you'd be able to do that.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't account against my, because I can only stream up to like 6 different places. Unless you guys stream your own stuff somewhere else, then it still wouldn't count against my 6, if that makes any sense.
Sherry, do you want to come up?
Yeah, Sherry, you're welcome to come up. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna go through. Let's go through some of the news. Because that shit, them going after that guy for doing that, or at least making it like Democrats are the problem. It's just fucking gross how they do that every time. Of course, I guess liberals do that shit too, don't they?
Yeah.
No.
Politicize just anything and everything. Supreme Court to weigh legality. Oh yeah, did you guys see that where the Supreme Court has agreed to bring up the tariff issue? Because technically Congress is the only one that's allowed to impose tariffs.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what SCOTUS says.
I think they're going to bend over and be like, please, Orange Sky Daddy, give me more of that. I think that's what they'll do. I don't. What do you think, Beach?
Congress has authorized it statutorily. So if the Supreme Court is interpreting the law as written, they're going to uphold it.
Well, I think the difference will come down to what's an emergency. Because he's only allowed to do it in emergencies.
Well, the whole COVID thing was like a 3-year-long emergency. If an emergency can last 3 years, what can't last 3 years?
But then what's the point of having Congress be the imposition of tariffs?
Exactly.
If that's the case, then the Constitution becomes meaningless. Right?
With respect to tariffs, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that's a bad precedent to set. Of course, this is Congress's fault, both Democrats and Republicans, for giving up that power to them in the first fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of did it to themselves, and here we are. So they would have to then pass a law and amend those emergency actions or acts that allow the president to do tariffs, or narrow the circumstances.
Yeah, all of the global warming regulations that currently exist in the United States exist under the Clean Air Act of 1973. Congress has not actually passed another law since the Clean Air Act. It's all been done administratively under the Clean Air Act of 1973. And it's the same thing where Congress is just over delegating to the executive branch.
But also in this case, though, the removal of the Chevron deference puts a kink in that, does it not?
That was administrative, not statutory.
Right, but I'm saying they gave it over to those agencies. And the Chevron deference said you don't get to create your own laws, which means those agencies now would have to get permission to do the things that they've been historically doing since, arguably the 70s, at least in the case of the EPA. So I wonder what that looks like moving forward. I thought we would see a little more issues there than we have so far. I'm not sure we've come across something that they were like.
Somebody else is going to have to bring something to court before.
I think so.
Separate EPA rulings for California.
Say that again.
They got rid of the separate EPA rulings for California. For pollution for cars and motors and stuff like that.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's done.
Yeah, but the state can still impose those.
I'm not so sure. I think it comes under commerce rules.
That seems weird to me that something that would clean up the environment would be considered under interstate commerce.
Well, like the rulings for a car manufacturer, right? I'm actually on board with this. I like that California doesn't have its own separate set of rules and forcing all manufacturers to follow their rules for their state and a different rule for a different state. So I'm actually on board with that thing. But yeah, that's
they do it to beer companies. Beer
How's
companies have to do that. They have to make different products in different ways for different states. And they've been doing it for a long time now.
Not under a pollution rule, though.
Well, no, it's the same difference. Like you're saying in this state, you can't sell above a certain percentage of alcohol volume.
The 21st Amendment itself is the only constitutional amendment that gives states and local governments specific powers, and it gives states and local governments the power to regulate alcohol. 21st Amendment.
So you're saying because that doesn't exist for EPA rules? That can't do it?
Yeah, the 21st Amendment itself gives a very specific power to state and local governments to regulate alcohol.
Well, so the concept is what I'm talking about. Where
right? No, conceptually it doesn't exist, and within the confines of the 8th, 9th, and 10th Amendments, states would not normally have that kind of independent power, but with respect to alcohol, they do because it was given in the 21st Amendment.
So who here disagrees with a state being able to say, if you want to sell a product in this state, your product has to meet these certain criteria? Because that's what we're arguing here. That's what we're talking about.
I don't.
Does anybody think that they should not be allowed to set different standards for their own state?
I think it would be such an onerous thing for a national company like a car company to have to deal with 50 different rules in 50 different states. It's bad enough doing two. Two was a bad deal for the auto. I come from the auto industry, so I think about it in terms of that. But yeah, I don't like that idea. I don't think that they should have given them that power to do that, because it opens up bad doors, and the bad doors can be states that make better deals for people that work in their state. For instance, Tesla used to be in California, and so they made rules that advantaged Tesla over all other car companies.
Yeah, legally speaking, there's intermediate scrutiny and there's strict scrutiny. That would be strict scrutiny territory for sure. where there'd have to be a compelling state interest and no other way to accomplish the goal with the compelling state interest but for to do that thing.
I guess I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Beach.
It's a legal concept, and it's a very, very hard legal concept to meet. It's a very high standard. Very rarely would a state be able to do something of that nature, but in very rare and compelling circumstances, it might be.
I guess the thing that I'm thinking is they already make, for example, you use the example of cars. They make they make a different car for what they're exporting to Canada. They make a different car for what they're sending to Mexico. And I'm not getting into their exports to Europe, where, you know, they could be, you know, have 26 different rules of every country. So they're already having to make all sorts of variations in the cars. So what's it really matter if they have to make a variation for California?
Well, it just allows states to have an undue influence over a national company, and I don't think that they ought to have that. But you're comparing a state versus other countries. First of all, you're talking about Canada and these other countries, and I don't know that the difference between the other countries was even remotely close to what was different between California and the rest of the states.
I mean, like, I understand what you're saying, but like saying that the standards are going to be different for this state, and therefore, if you want to do business in this state, you have to meet those standards. I don't see how that's problematic.
Because I worked in the business of building those cars, and now you have different sets of components all throughout the line that have to be done. This is a California car, takes this component over here, forcing, you know, bunches of different things that add to the cost.
Almost, yeah.
And that's a business decision. That car company does not have to do business in California, right?
That's true. You know
so they've assessed this and determined that it's still more profitable for them to do business in California and meet those standards at the same time. Like, I don't
but you're slashing off 10-15% of the market or something.
Yeah, but the companies charge more for their cars in California, and if the people of California don't like paying more for a car which is either more environmentally friendly, or they feel is safer, regardless of what changes they have to make. If the people aren't willing to pay more for that, they're going to vote out the politicians and bring in the party that'll do away with those. So
I don't think consumers are gonna get rid of legislators for this narrow interest, first of all. But second of all, what you're really having is you're getting to the point where the tail is wagging the dog. You know, why are we having like all these different rules, and then this rule has a whole set that keeps on going, you know, nationally, and then this rule is a California and it keeps on going, and then you're allowing other states to decide, do I want to follow national rules or California rules? It just ends up being, you know, your toaster's the same all the way across the country, and your bicycle's the same all the way across the country, you know, and you have a far more complicated and difficult product to make that you're clobbering, you know, your own companies by doing this.
How long's California had its? I mean, it's been a lot of years they've had special standards, haven't they?
Yes.
And no other state has done that, have they?
No, 11 states. Last I heard, 11 states jumped in with California on this.
Okay, so it's the same as California, though. They haven't done something different.
Yeah.
So there's two standards basically that are being manufactured for the U.S.
Yeah, like I said, that has stopped, but but I don't know what's going to go on in the future.
Well, I mean, you're hamstringing states to set higher standards, and I believe from a precedent standpoint, the Constitution and the Supreme Court say that they can set higher standards.
It becomes kind of like a left-handed barrier to entry into the market, making it more expensive to sell your goods there. It's almost like a tariff, but it's a tariff by regulation of it has to have this emission standard, which nobody else has to meet. So it costs X number of dollars to more to manufacture it. And like I said, in the long term, it becomes like a left-handed state implemented tariff.
So, I mean, where do we end there? Do we, for example, if one state has a requirement that lab-grown meat be on there, but federal law does not say that it does, and it's a different label, for example, that they have to then send out to this other state, do you say no to that?
Compelling state interest and no other reasonable way to accomplish the compelling state interest is the strict scrutiny test. And I would say strict scrutiny should apply.
In California, you could argue that would apply because of their historic pollution problems.
That would, yes, that's.
Yeah, and that they have, for example, building codes in California. If you're a national company and you sell products to them for building materials, I bet you there's a different standard of building codes and materials in California than anywhere else because of their earthquakes.
My house has to be able to withstand 125-mile-an-hour winds. To build a house next door to me, right, it has to be able to withstand 125-mile-an-hour winds. It has to be elevated 19 feet. Mine's 22. But yeah, because we have hurricanes here, there are building codes here that don't apply anywhere else in the world.
No, but there's building codes that goes all the way across the country and all these different locales and everything like that. So what he was saying was a separate building product. And I do know that California requires certain things for like cancerous, like in California, this is considered potentially cancerous or something like that, but that's just a label,
well,
this
yeah,
is like a
125 mile an hour, 125 mile an hour shingles cost more than 75 mile an hour shingles.
I think they're available either way to me, but they would be required to you. That's to me, that's, I see a difference. Maybe you guys don't.
Yeah, I can't say I'd agree because like the 10th Amendment, I believe is what gives the rights to the states that wasn't given to the federal government.
Well, yeah, but Louisiana says I have to have 125 mile an hour shingles. Louisiana says I cannot put 75 mile an hour shingles on my roof.
Yeah, to me, I see a vast difference between 75 and 125 shingles. I understand what you're saying. I see a difference in cars with 10,000 components in it, but in your case, you're talking about a building code that has specific things area by area. If I go to a different city within my state, I have a different building code. Like just another city has a different building code. Another
could be a higher
county
standard.
has a different building code. They're different all the way across the United States.
And your HOAs have different rules also.
Yeah.
The concept, however, is exactly the same.
The concept isn't the same because yes, what the car is a certain manufacturer makes a product for the country, and it has to follow a set of rules set by the national set of rules. So it already has to follow this national set of rules. But then a state was allowed, and I don't, in my opinion, inappropriately, an individual state was allowed to apply a whole nother set of codes to that product. So it's getting whipsawed between national and California. Now, a shingle manufacturer makes a 75 mile per hour shingle and a 125 mile and maybe a 200, and they sell it anywhere they want to. And then the individual building codes of that state say, yeah, we're okay with this one because we don't have any winds. You're okay with 75 because this is a pretty calm area. And then, but they change for a beaches area because he's prone to higher winds in that area.
Oklahoma too, tornadoes. In California, it's earthquakes. The concept though is exactly the same, because not everybody in every state across the country needs and wants the same thing. And we shouldn't impose lower standards on everybody just because the federal government says so. Because then you end up with, not being able to resolve those issues that the federal government refuses.
Blinded the camera first.
And now Amber makes a decent comment here, and thank you, Amber, for the comment. That is the same argument for AB. Why isn't it the same for all U.S. women?
I agree.
Of course, I think the difference there is that, one is a human right, in my opinion, and should be, because just by virtue of being a human being. The other is just standards for pollution, etc. But I mean, it's a fair point. And Amber, if you want on the panel, you can click on the link, the pinned comment up above, and that'll bring you in. You can come up on the panel if you'd like. But I mean, yeah, I think we would just not agree on this, But then again, the fact that we're 50 different states I don't know if that's problematic or not. You know what I mean? I've gone back and forth between those two because it causes issues when you have, you can go from one state to the next and everything's fucking different and you're supposed to know. You know what I mean? Ignorance is no excuse for breaking the law when, some stupid law could be passed in one state, not the other.
I agree with that.
I think there's a big difference there with respect to personal culpability and engaging in commercial conduct. I think once you engage in commercial conduct, you have more responsibility to be compliant with whatever the local rules are. When you're just simply passing through a place but not engaging in commercial conduct, I think your culpability should be lower. Right, maybe a national standard for personal conduct and local standards for commercial conduct. I think that would be a reasonable way to parse that out.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And well, and on average, though, Jazz, what do you think the additional costs with the standards for the vehicles are that's imposed on people in California as a result of those standards?
Maybe $1,000, $1,500 a vehicle, something like that.
So nothing too crazy.
$1,000 or $1,500 is a little crazy, but I don't know.
Pocket change.
When you look at what new vehicles cost as a percentage of the sales price, it's not really significant.
Not too crazy. Yeah, I mean, because fucking now trucks, man, holy shit. You can't really get the Mavericks because they fucking sell out in like 2 days. But 60,000 plus for a truck is crazy. And then you add $1,500 to that. To me, it's not really a huge issue, but
I guess though, if you had a truck that was made for, I don't know, and I don't know if Nevada is part of this compact, but you have a Nevada truck sitting right next to a California truck, and one of them is $1,500 more. And I think too that California made some sort of requirement that said, and by the way, you can't charge us extra for it, or something like that, because they didn't want people to just buy them from Nevada and drive across the border and go, guess what? I'm in California now. It's my California truck.
Well, it's interesting that in the United States, if you have a truck registered in Nevada, that's street legal in Nevada, you can drive it all through California unless it's for commercial purposes. If it's for commercial purposes, then you have to comply with California code. But if it's just for personal purposes, it's my truck are registered in Nevada, I can drive it all through California, but I can't use it for commercial uses in California.
Can you register it in California? If you buy a truck in Nevada, can you then register it in California?
You can, but it had to meet the California code to.
It had to meet. It did. Okay, that's what I wondered.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
see,
think there was an additional requirement that you couldn't charge us extra for it because they know that people would just go, hell, I'll just go buy it in Nevada and I'll pop into the casino, have a little fun, and I'll drive back to California, register my car in California, and I'll save myself $15 or $100 or however much it was. So I think that then imposed extra costs on everybody else in the United States to pay for their rules.
But now you're saying that California's environment must take a hit to save people money.
Well, see, now here's where it gets really weird, because cars are so easy to regulate with pollution that we end up with this twisted thing about how much pollution a thing gives. So if you look at there was a Edmunds is a car company, and they did a test between a Ford Raptor truck and a Toro, I think it was a Toro backpack leaf blower. Could have been a Ryobi, I'm not sure. Backpack leaf blower. And the Ryobi backpack leaf blower produced more pollution in 1 hour of use than the Ford Raptor truck emitted driving from Texas to Alaska.
Okay.
Well, that's like, it's like, well, we're just punishing these car companies with these ever more absurd, vanishingly pollutionless cars, and we're just walking by scooters that produce 1,000 times as much pollution as a car and ignoring it.
Okay, so but as a result of those regulations, this difference in standard, which becomes then the baseline later on, I'm sure, like catalytic converter, for example. I don't know who put that regulation in place first or what have you, but those regulations then translate into reduced pollution. And so maybe they haven't regulated, say, leaf blowers at this point. Would you complain if California started to do that?
Well, I think that you get to a point where you have to go there. You have to look at things. First of all, they're looking at cars, and they're reducing cars because we use cars an enormous amount. Our society is set up towards cars and not towards, public transportation, because we don't have as much concentrated housing as they do in Europe and stuff like that. But then you have to get to a point where there has to be a cost benefit analysis. And if you go, okay, we want another 20% off of cars, and it's already vanishingly low, and it's going to cost everybody that buys a car another $500. And then you go, but wait a minute, I could save a lot more pollution by simply buying up 100,000 old cars and get them off the road. Or I could save a lot more pollution by all of a sudden getting rid of two-stroke mopeds. Or I could
cycle
10 times as many. I'm sorry,
what? Two-cycle motors is what you're going for there.
What's
Did
that?
I say two-stroke or two-cycle?
But he's not talking about the little electric scooters. He's talking about the gas scooters.
Right.
They're sorry, guys.
Which produce 1,000 times as much as a car or something like that. I don't know exact number, but so it's like there's a point where you go, wait a minute, stop beating this horse and start moving on to other things that pollute. There's an enormous amount of methane emissions from oil wells and stuff, and we're like, well, why don't we go attack that? Or we have the reason why so many semis are out on the road that have 1 million plus miles is because they don't have any pollution controls at all on them, and we just they're grandfathered in.
To answer your question, Congress put catalytic converter regulations in place.
Okay.
First, by passing the Clean Air Act of 1970, which led to the EPA mandating their use in all cars for the 1975 model year to meet stringent emission standards for pollutants like carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, and nitrogen oxides.
Yeah, and I'm sure that costs more.
Yeah.
To produce the car thereafter. So
yeah,
like
by itself, $600-$700.
Well, I mean, it's the same. If the complaint is we're focusing on pollution, ways to prevent it, and it's costing us more, if that's your complaint, then do we do anything? Where's the line?
There's a cost benefit analysis that says that the catalytic converter is one badass device and it's worth it for that much money.
Should we go to zero pollution? Should that be the goal, where a car doesn't pollute at all?
Not in my mind.
No, you don't think so?
No, because like I said, cost benefit analysis.
So, and this is why humans have destroyed the planet.
Well, and Liv right here that question for cars, right? And for cars, it's one thing, but do we want to go there for scooters? Do we want to go there for like boats? Do we want to go there for lawnmowers? Because Lib, you specifically said cars, but did you mean all internal combustion engines, or did you just mean like cars that were being driven on roads?
The goal should be zero pollution from anything that we do, to be quite honest with you.
So I'm curious, how widespread is the use of electrics in the United States right now?
Well, it was growing. I don't know about now, but it was growing.
But not just cars. Like, for example, if you were, I live on a street with about 40 homes, and on my street, there's maybe 3 or 4 homes left that are not using electric lawnmowers. Most of the homes are using electric snow blowers. I'd say that's maybe half. Electric things like weed whippers and such are almost all electric now.
Weed whippers. That's
weed whippers.
Weed whacker, weed eater. I think
I don't know what you call them.
Yeah. Weed eaters.
String trimmer.
String trimmer. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're pretty well all electric now up here. Cars are not. I mean, not as common as, say, lawnmowers or others, but we're seeing a lot of electric cars on the roads.
Yeah, which, it's a move towards reducing pollution in any way that you can. Like my lawnmower is electric.
It's
my weed eater is
shifting the point of pollution. It does not reduce the pollution because you still have to convert. And then the vast majority of the energy generated is converting fossil fuels into electricity. It's just doing it someplace a couple hundred miles away and bringing it there on electric wires.
But it reduces the number of points of pollution. So correct. Now you've gone from 2 points of pollution to 1 point, and now you have this problem to resolve, which we can do eventually. For example, mining like rare earth minerals and shit. It's not so good for the environment.
If you're generating the electricity with coal or oil or natural gas, you're still creating the CO2 emissions. You're still creating the whole carbon problem.
The majority of ours is hydroelectric. Nuclear is second, and LNG is third.
Yeah, but to Beach's point, that issue is resolvable, right?
Yeah.
And so now, once you've gotten rid of the other issue, you can now start working on the other issue, and they're doing it simultaneously. I mean, nuclear fission and fusion are on the way. this is something eventually that will work out, I think.
I think clean nuclear is going to work sooner and better than the wind and solar fantasies.
Yeah, I mean, possibly.
I'm going to disagree with that, just in the sense that wind and solar, I think, are working. They wouldn't be putting them up if they really weren't working. They are working, but they do have a drawback in that, from the standpoint of an electric company, the ability to use natural gas is their ideal, because I can turn it on and I can turn it off, and I can turn it on and I can turn it off anytime I want to. And they love that. They can meet the demand easy. But solar and wind, your demand is completely disentangled from the supply. And so you need some sort of balancing thing in the middle. It could be a battery, but it doesn't have to be. It could be, you could pump water from a high lake to a low lake, and then use hydroelectric in between the high lake and the low lake. And they've got some, pressurizing things, and there's some sort of storage mechanism to balance it out. And that's going to make things much, much better when that comes through. But I think there's going to be a point in solar too, where you're going to get where they're going to print them out like they print paper. You're going to print a solar panel, and that will be a monstrous lowering of cost when that happens.
Cover everything in solar, fucking everywhere. And like, for example, they have, unique, and I don't know how viable it is, but make your sidewalks where the pressure of people walking, on busy sidewalks can generate electricity.
Well, they're doing it in Europe now. There's areas where they're turning the roads into solar panels.
Right.
That they're driving on them.
Yeah, that heat that gets generated from the tires is also kind of a reuse of, when it gets expelled into kinetic, because energy doesn't get destroyed. It just changes form. Now, Sherry had a question. How's my electric trimmer contributing more pollution than a gas-powered vehicle? I'm not sure. Did somebody say that?
Well, the only way you can extrapolate that is the energy required to produce the electricity. But,
right.
I don't know how you figure that out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't know that it would be more, because the amount of electricity required to run that thing is so small.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that it translates to, certainly that's less pollution than running a gas powered, inefficient motor for an hour versus a charge that might take you 20 or 30 minutes. I don't know.
Now I feel really guilty. I've got a 32-foot boat with twin Mercury 350 horsepower engines in it that have no catalytic converters. They just vent the exhaust right into the water. And I shudder to think how much pollution they exhaust. Of course, I don't, because of how much gas they consume. It holds 150 gallons, and fuel on the lake is, right now, it's about $4 a gallon. And because of that, I do what I tootle. I don't go fast unless I'm in a hurry to get somewhere. And it reduces the fuel consumption considerably, because I can, if I'm going 4 or 5 miles an hour, I can get where I'm going.
Yeah, and that pollution is not only into the air, but also into the water. Right. So that's like, doubly bad. I don't know. Right. It's interesting how we got here from, the regulation side of it. It is weird. I was going to ask this question earlier. And by the way, Duchess, thank you for creating that and coming here. I appreciate it. It's nice to see you. If you want on the panel at any point, just click on that StreamYard link that's pinned at the top of the comments, and you should be able to come in there. And if I don't see you, just wave your hand in front of your camera, and it should catch my eye. Because otherwise I may not catch when somebody comes in. But my question was, do you think it would be better to just be one nation instead of 50 states? Where we just have the federal government, we don't have 50 different states, we're not a union like we are. Like, what do you guys think? The benefits and the cons to that? Because it would be a lot easier to get things passed. It would be a lot more, streamlined. But it could also lend itself to more authoritarianism. It makes it easier to do that also. What say you?
I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, because for like education, I think should be federal. I don't think the states they just haven't historically been handling education very well. And when it comes to like educating humans, I feel like that's, a way that works. It's going to be, you're going to involve different kinds of people no matter where you go. So I feel like the federal government would be able to find that way better. But, because then you end up with states who have shitty educations, and that's not fair to those people either. I don't know, Beach, what do you think? Have you ever thought about that?
With respect to education, I'm still going to be in a category that local governments can do it better because they know better what their local needs are. And that's a difference of needs, not necessarily capacity.
Okay. So what about turning the 50 states into just one country?
Have you ever looked at the Declaration of Independence? Because the word United in United States of America in the Declaration of Independence is not capitalized. Yeah. So we were the United States of America at that point. But in the Constitution, United is capitalized. And that was the point where we stopped being different states and became one country.
Well, I mean, I'm saying where your states aren't, you have the one federal government that control, and obviously your cities would still have a say, but you don't have 50 different sets of regulations for the people in it. So if they were going to pass an AB law on the federal level, it would just apply to everybody in the country. Just, I don't know, good, bad.
I think we're losing Tom.
We're losing who?
Tom.
Oh,
maybe not.
Hi, Bray. You still with us, buddy?
Yeah, man. I'm just reading something.
Oh, look like you may have fallen asleep there. I didn't.
No, I got my phone here.
Sweet. Are you simultaneously on a live?
No. I'm actually. I was actually reading to see what percentage of our energy in Canada now is up to is renewable. And I'm finding mostly older numbers. I'm not finding anything current, and I know the solar has been steadily growing. We have it's crazy. We've got something like, what did they say? There's we've got 540 hydroelectric stations in Canada. I didn't realize we had that much. I knew we had a lot of hydroelectric, but like that, 540 is a lot of waterfalls. In 2018, 2/3 of Canada's power came from renewable sources.
Well, now, so I've always taken issue with damming up a river because then it alters the ecosystem, right? Like it just seems weird because we've got, these man-made lakes that came from that. And like, I understand the purpose and I know it's generally, non-polluting, but when you flood an area that wasn't supposed to be flooded, and then
hydroelectric does not mean environmentally friendly.
Right. I mean, because when you restrict, like, look at the Colorado River when it gets into Mexico, where it used to go and it was pretty much full on, it's fucking dried up and now is receding back into the U.S. I think it's to Colorado is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and it's getting worse and worse. So like when you do that, you're restricting the water flow to people downstream. And that's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of bullshit, because you're taking something that
some of our hydroelectric, we have a lot of hydroelectric that is natural. I mean, thinking right off the bat, the big one, of course, is Niagara Falls. And it was, I think it was the first hydroelectric we had, and it's just taking advantage of the of what naturally is there.
Now, I live on a 63-mile long lake that is a reservoir, and it's part of a chain of lakes called the Highland Lakes in Texas, and they were constructed as flood control lakes. Of course, they didn't do much good for Kerrville, but Kerrville isn't part of that area. But they really were built ultimately to protect the city of Austin, because Austin used to flood incredibly badly. And there's a huge dam called Mansfield Dam that forms Lake Travis. And without it, it would just be disaster after disaster every time we had a heavy rain. And you got to remember,
now, was
a lot
that
of
before or after the reservoir?
Before.
I see.
So
from what body of water would the flood come, or is it just in a flood plain?
It's a different river called the Colorado River. It's called the Colorado River because
but not the one we all.
No,
I see.
Right. It's called that because it begins in Colorado County, Texas.
Yeah, so
it's got to be weird and different, so they call it the Colorado River.
So in that instance, you're saying that the creation of that reservoir stopped flooding that was in an area,
right?
A certain area.
Right.
Like, to me, for example, they build levees on the Mississippi, which then caused massive destructive floods elsewhere, right? It's like, well, we protected this area, but then you fucked everybody else's up.
Yeah, that was
up and downstream.
So like shitty engineering,
right? So they've since learned, I think, a little bit there, but when your intention is good, and maybe when you have an area like that, you just don't move there, right? Because if you have to alter the ecosystem in order to live somewhere, maybe you shouldn't live there.
I agree. There's too many people that live in flood-prone areas. Even around here. I mean, I've spent my last 20 years of semi-retirement as a realtor, and you'd be amazed how many people want to buy homes in the floodplain.
I mean, I can understand why, because you're close to water, generally speaking.
Yeah.
But
your flood insurance is astronomical.
Right.
I mean,
Paula, did you pull yourself in?
Show your face, Paula.
Did I? I'm sorry.
I think you pulled yourself in.
I don't know what I did. I just clicked. I just tapped.
I wonder if that's because you're an admin.
I don't know. That's weird. Oh, now I have more control than I did over on TikTok.
Uh-oh. Look out. Power's going to go to her head.
Well, Chris, I think you were in the middle of saying something. It surprised me when Paula just pulled herself up.
Well, I was just saying that
by my bootstrap.
Too many people, like along the Gulf and along the coast in Florida, that's why our insurance rates are so high. They built these homes in these hurricane and flood-prone areas, and they get wiped out, and they get insurance, and they rebuild, and
they get wiped out again.
Yeah, and we pay for it.
Yeah, I think some of those places have dealt with issues of insurance companies. They're like, we're just not going to operate in this fucking area.
Yeah.
Which I can't say I blame them necessarily. Well, speaking of like,
although it's an interesting, it ties a little bit back to the conversation we were having before about the cars. That the insurance isn't going to write for people in a certain area, but they write for people in another area.
Right.
Isn't that essentially the same argument as the cars?
Yes. But
it's analogous.
In that case, it's a little different to have a subsidy for insurance premiums, I guess, than it is for the difference in cost of a product that will not pollute as much, to me. Because if that becomes an issue, then maybe subsidies could kick in from taxes that they, are getting
people
from
have to
those
pay
sales.
more for their insurance in Florida than the people pay for their insurance in,
Yeah, of course, I don't know,
St. Louis.
I don't think Florida would be able to subsidize that cost difference because it's just, I mean, you live on the ocean under sea level. I think in some areas, what do you expect to happen? You know, that's kind of a no-brainer. But speaking of insurance, I was going to bring this up earlier. I forgot. They're looking at a proposed premium increase of 18% for healthcare premiums because of the tariffs is what they're citing, which is fucking crazy. I don't know. We're just
tariffs.
Yeah. I assume it's because the cost to get the, the things that like a hospital would need imported is going to cost more.
Yes.
I'm just checking everything out, guys.
Well, you keep messing around and hopping in and out. Do your thing. We're just going to be here.
Do what you do.
Entertaining the world, the 10 people watching.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is there are 7 people watching on Shitter and 3 people on YouTube. I didn't realize that Twitter would be such a draw. And guys on Twitter, I think I can. If you're on Twitter, you can join the live and come on the panel. Let me post the link here real quick to the panel. So let me post that there. If you're watching and you want to join, click that link there and go through the motions and you'll figure it out to come up. Anyway, I don't know. Like, what do you think, Beach, the line is where you balance protecting the ecosystem, because I think we should, and making it so people can live in areas that maybe they can't naturally or shouldn't?
As the guy who lives on the beach in a house that's 22 feet off the ground, engineered to withstand 125-mile-an-hour winds, that's the local government regulations, and conditions need to be managed for what they are, not for what they might be.
Well, so do you think there's an argument to be made that, because I don't know, I assume your insurance premiums are out of this world. Like, should insurance companies just not go in there and service those places? And then
it's up to them, but the market sets the rates. The premiums will be adjusted by the companies and the actuaries who do the math.
But I'm talking more like where you put in a dam, right, and then create a lake that wasn't there before, and then you end up sucking the water out of that so that the river doesn't flow like it used to. And levees. I mean, does anybody else have thoughts on that?
Looks like it's being
like, should we or should we not?
Well, I do think most of the time it's for flood control. I don't know that that's the case for the other Colorado River, but
see, now very little of Canada's are a result of creating, like we have very little of it is damming rivers. The majority of it is taking advantage of waterfalls that previously existed. Because you got to remember, we've got like more fresh water than the entire rest of the world combined.
yeah.
So I mean, we've already got the sources. Now, the one exception that was met with a lot of controversy was the big hydroelectric project in northern Quebec. They did do damming up there. It's like hundreds of miles from anybody except for the indigenous peoples that lived in the area. They were they fought it and were very angry about it. But it was an interesting argument because the problem was every spring the land flooded massively. You had huge areas of flooding. What they've done through the damming was they actually consolidated it into a focused water flow. And so the lands weren't completely flooded every year. Now, by a lot of standards, that would be deemed an improvement, but the argument of the indigenous peoples was that those floods of water created wild rice stands that was traditional to them. So, but with the exception of the Quebec, the Churchill, although it is still a large waterfall at Churchill Falls, with the exception of that, most of our hydroelectric is taken from existing sources.
Real quick, Paula, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you take over for a minute? I have got to go, and it might be a couple of minutes before I get back.
I will endeavor to do so.
I just poke and prod them and get them to talk.
Just means you have to show yourself, Paula.
Show yourself. No, I don't think. Are you kidding?
Come on, show yourself, Paula.
Oh, come on! It must be fit for presentation by now.
No. I've been house cleaning and trying to figure out why my iPhone gets so smoking hot when I am on StreamYard. Like I had to get a ice pack to rest it on.
Because you're so smoking hot.
Yeah, must be.
Oh, you guys, you're too much. So, what were you guys? Does anybody have a topic you want to talk about, or should we talk about periods?
Oh yeah, let's talk about periods.
That was great. Chris was just about to take a mouthful of coffee. You said that, and he stopped right in the middle. It just froze.
Has anybody watched that new show?
Has
anybody watched that new show, The Paper? Made by it's on Peacock.
What's it called?
The Paper. It's made by the people who did The Office. It's about the Toledo Truth Teller. It's a newspaper.
Yeah.
And it's in the same building that that The Office was in, and Oscar, the accountant from The Office, is the one character that carries over. He looks exactly the same.
Is it
but
good?
It's hilarious. Oh, it's fucking hilarious. I think
I
it's
will
just
watch
as
it.
funny. And all 10 episodes are out. And but there's this one part where they're trying out a bunch of gadgets to review, and one of them is this. Well, I won't tell you. Just watch the show.
I will.
But the subject of periods does come up.
Oh, I see. Okay, that was a good segue. I was like, well, okay. I was talking with
the subject of periods and how painful they are comes up.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, I was talking with Messi this morning. I don't know. I think most of you guys know Messi on TikTok. We were talking this morning about him. So, so that's why I referenced it. So, what do you guys think about this format?
I think it's cool. Need some opposition.
Yeah, we do, and that's what I was thinking. I don't know StreamYard, and my son has a channel on YouTube, and he used to be I don't understand why the young people like watching people play games. I don't get it. But he was doing that 10 years ago, so he really doesn't do much anymore. But every once in a while, he will. So I asked him if he knew anything about StreamYard, and he said he did not. So, but just trying to figure out how we can how can we get more people in the room? How can we get more eyes on it? That's what I'm kind of thinking about.
Start advertising that Paul is showing her face.
Oh, y'all.
Come and see
then
Paula
they'll
live.
see it once and they won't come back because I'm not.
We could build up the big Paula reveal. Yeah,
yeah, that's it.
Well, I don't know about your face, Paula, but you have the most beautiful voice for radio.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Little fun fact, I had speech therapy when I was a child, so I'm always super insecure about my voice and how I speak. So, and I don't know, when I'm taking those gummies, I think I start reverting back.
I had speech therapy. I had speech therapy and it didn't do a bit of fucking good.
Well, I can
My
understand
mama always
you
told
pretty
me I
well.
had a face for radio, so.
Aw.
Yeah, I get told
Do you
that
know there's a woman on TikTok and that's her handle, A Face for Radio.
Well, I am proud to be the oldest
like,
one on here.
Well, I mean, congratulations. I think getting older is a good thing, right?
Yeah, it beats the alternative.
Exactly. I do know that when people find out how old I am, I start getting teased immediately. So.
Well, you sound young.
Well, I am 59.
Yep, I knew that.
Yeah, I just turned 59.
I still can't believe we both lived in Peckerwood. Did you guys call it? Did you call it Peckerwood?
No, we called it Pepperwood.
Oh,
you're funny. I know that is kind of weird. But we lived do you remember where Baker's grocery store at 156th and Dodge? There was a Baker's.
Oh,
yeah. So I could literally, and then there was, and then on the, what section would that be? I think the north side, there was like a gelato and a Starbucks.
No, I don't remember.
My house was across
my time.
Yeah, my house was, my house was right across the street from it. So we could literally walk over there. But my son went to Kiewit and Grace Abbott, and he graduated at Millard North.
Yeah, that's where my kids went.
Yeah, it was a good place. I mean, it was I never worried about and I worked at ConAgra.
I worked at a law firm downtown.
Yeah, I worked in their corporate offices in their treasury department.
Downtown.
And was ConAgra there when you lived there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I worked.
We used to go walk around the block, the little lake they had there.
Yeah.
At lunchtime.
They moved out. They moved to Chicago.
Yeah, I knew that. I heard that. I still have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Then after I got divorced.
Yeah, it was.
After I got divorced, I moved down
Omaha.
into the old market. I lived in a loft. I lived in a loft condo over the French Cafe.
When did you move?
Oh God, move where? Move away from Omaha, or move?
Yeah. When did you move away from Omaha?
2000.
I mean, just like, is it
2000? I moved to Texas.
Oh, because I moved there in 2000. So
Yeah.
okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, they did. I mean, I think the last time I was in Omaha, it was for business. I was working at a bank here in Kansas City that had offices also in Omaha. So I got to go up there. It's changed a lot since you've been there.
Oh,
It's
I've been
changed
there.
a lot since I moved.
My daughter still lives there, and my grandson, so I go there, at least every 6 months. And I'm going there next month. My daughter got married, and it was kind of a
congratulations
spur of the moment thing. Yeah, thanks. And
I got married in Omaha. I did. I got married in Omaha.
They're having a party next month. And depending on what's going on with my health, I'm going to go up there.
It'll be fun, but it'll be getting cold.
Well,
it'll be chilly then.
I'm not real optimistic about being able to go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Crispy. That's the worst part about getting old.
Yeah, I'm going to be recovering from surgery, I believe.
Beach, what's going on? I mean, I can read you guys the news if you want.
I'm making my daily whiskey lemonade. To be honest with you, about to go out on the beach.
Well, to be honest with you, I think you should have a resort where we can all come and hang out with you.
Well, you're more than welcome here at the beach house.
Literally.
You come hang out in my backyard, swim in the lake, go on the boat.
Beach. You're so funny.
There's no limit to my poor decision making.
Here's my backyard.
Ooh, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous.
There's an outdoor kitchen under that overhang, and there's a juicy. Bunch of my friends party. And
you're in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Crispy, you're in Austin. Yeah.
Well,
that's so weird.
Not technically, but just outside of Austin.
So you traded Omaha for Austin?
Yeah, I love it here. And both my oldest son went to UT, and my daughter came down here and went to Texas State. Oop. How do I change this back?
I saw Highbray was showing me his backyard earlier. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't have
What do you think about all those young people? What do you guys think about all those
pool.
young people on TikTok?
I just have a pool and then a lake.
What do you think about all those young people over on TikTok doing political arguments? Anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Tom, are you at a bar?
No, that's my basement.
Some of them.
Oh.
I think some people. I think some of those young people, and I say that not being like condescending or anything, but some of those youngins are pretty smart. They just need to have a little more life behind them.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Tim thinks that he has an old
They think
soul.
they're pretty smart. I remember when I thought I knew everything.
Liberal,
yeah,
what's your first
that was
name?
yesterday, right?
Tim.
Oh.
Tim is my first name.
Got it.
Yeah, I just find it interesting how sometimes they're like, I've come across people who are very smart in their field and they have all of this book learning, right? And they're probably like maybe 10, 15, 20 years into their career, maybe. And they just don't have enough life behind them, maybe to, I don't know, maybe we change our minds a lot. I don't know, maybe. Oh, Chevy. My dog's about to go into heat.
I don't know why the rest of my beard doesn't get gray.
I'm trying to invite some MAGA over. I'm going through my
Who are you inviting over?
Full of friends. I invited Joseph, Angel. I'm gonna get I'll invite Debo.
Yeah.
Join the panel on YouTube.
Yeah, was somebody criticizing people who have gray in their beard? Because
I have gray in my beard. They call me Graybeard. Should I bring Hoodlum up?
You should bring Hoodlum up. We definitely need more Hoodlum.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. I'm going to send him a link.
I think we're totally in a new environment. And
you can come to my YouTube show. Fucking A. That would be hilarious. They'll fucking clip that shit out and be like, see, I told you he was a liar.
Well, I mean, I've seen Hoodlum on other creators' lives.
Yeah, they don't ever go after them. It was because it wasn't about that. It was about the fucking mod powers, which is so weird.
It was.
So
it was
weird to me. Oh, I got a private chat here. Jazz and Joe. Oh, that was Chris. Okay. Let me see. Should be a rule if your house is destroyed 4 times by natural events, you can't rebuild.
I think it should be twice.
Or you can rebuild, but you have to pay for it out of your own pocket.
Well, here on the beach in Johnson Valley, Louisiana, you just have to build them higher up.
Before too long, it's going to be like the size of skyscrapers. And it'll be a fucking, 20-story fucking set of stairs. How deep do your stilts go? I assume you're on stilts, Beach. How deep do they go in the ground?
That's correct. My house is 22 feet high. It's on stilts, and the stilts themselves only go about 8 feet into the ground.
Is that weird? Seems like they would go a little deeper, but maybe that's enough.
Sorry, I'm playing with my dog.
Fingers crossed. We hope it's enough.
Oh my God.
Well, let me ask you, since you moved there, Beach, have you had any moments where you had to get into a canoe to get out of your house?
I have 4 kayaks. And we talked about this. I go fishing in them all the time. And there've been 3 mandatory evacuations since I've lived here. The most meaningful one was for Hurricane Laura in 2020. And yeah, the water actually came up about 8 feet and it was under each of my houses. And
damn, how many houses you got?
that's not that important, is it? Shit. Someone's about to ask me about girlfriends, and I don't want to answer that one either. My housekeeper just went downstairs to check the mail, okay? Leave me alone.
You rent them out?
So you put the housekeeper downstairs closer to the water level?
She's just going to check the mail.
Oh, that's funny. 22 feet up. That's crazy.
Do you have a slide? Sorry, do you have a slide?
Oh, shit. We've got Angel.
Hi, how are you?
What's up, dude?
I'm doing okay. That's messed up what happened on TikTok.
Agreed. But here we are on YouTube. Fuck it.
There you go. I like it. Life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Thanks for the save, Angel. I appreciate that. No.
We've been needing an argument, so we haven't had any conservatives up here.
Oh,
we had a libertarian, but he's a nice guy, so of course You're the nicest conservative I think I've met in a while.
He is. He's 100% the nicest, most respectful conservative I've ever met.
I gotta change that, Paul. Jeez, I'm teasing.
When you come to YouTube, fucking let it all hang out, man. Just treat us like we're enemies, okay?
Yeah.
All right. You know,
we got to
fair.
push viewership. I don't know what else to do here aside from like, you know, we got 7 people watching on the shitter, which surprises the fuck out of me.
Yeah, no, fair. So what's the topic?
Fucking whatever.
We don't have to change our language.
Yeah, you can say murder and kill and shit like that.
And gun
and drug.
Yeah.
But I think you should probably say self-unalive instead of the S word.
Yeah.
I think even YouTube's pretty hard on that.
That's fair.
And I haven't worried about
Poland.
Do what, Paula?
Can you guys hear me?
Turn the car off.
I can hear you, but you've got
I can't hear anybody.
Uh-oh. You did it again. We can hear you. We can hear her complaining about it.
I'm paying attention because I might be able to see Paula one day. I'm not sure she really exists. I think she's like an AI voice.
Yeah, I think she mentioned Poland, what was going on in Poland, and then she cut out, or she can't hear us. But no, that's crazy what's happening with Poland. How they shut down those drones. So
yeah, well, it entered their airspace.
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree with that?
I agree.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. I assume
Guys, I've lost audio again.
Yeah, we can hear
phone's
you.
really hot, so I think it has something to do with that. I'm gonna jump off.
Well, stop holding it. That's why it's hot. Am I wrong, Beach?
All I see is your mouth moving.
That's what she said.
So she can see us talking, but she can't hear. I sent you a message. I sent you. You know what? I'm not even going to worry about it. Let me just pull her out.
Yeah.
Come back in. Oh, that's weird.
God damn, you made me big. Quit doing that. People will realize I'm an ugly alcoholic.
There we go. Let me fix that. That was weird. Come back in, Paula. Come back in. Can you hear us now? No, she can't hear us. Maybe she'll look and check her message. Anyway, we haven't really been talking about a whole hell of a lot. We were talking about the ability for a state to implement regulation that a company that may not produce the cars in that state, then if they want to do business in that state, have to abide by. Jazz, and is Jazz still here? Jazz disagreed with that. I don't know. What do you think?
So I'm sorry. What problem are we trying to solve?
So talking about pollution reduction in California and how, you know, the standards are much